If you'd like to purchase Magic Online cards at competitive prices, check out our web store at mtgoacademy.com/store.
Hello everybody, we're here in this two-man queue. We've won the die roll. We're going to play first, and this hand looks pretty solid to me. We've got some removal here. We've got some very explosive bushwhacker plays we can make. So we're not going to mulligan. Let's wish our opponent good luck. And let's get going here. We're just going to lead on one of our one-drop creatures. I'll lead on the Raider. I believe we're only playing 3 of these. And so there's less of a chance that we'll draw multiples. Oh boy. And that would be good in the event of some kind of echoing spell. Unfortunately, we're playing against just about the worst matchup we could possibly have. We do draw a Bolt here. Now, I think Sparksmith is going to be very important for us if we can somehow get it to resolve. So we can lay down the Sparksmith and end up sacking the Raider to it to prevent the Javelineer from killing us. Or we can just go ahead and bolt the Javelineer this turn and get our Sledder out. So he may also have Journey to Nowhere, which might make the Javelineer, or make the Sparksmith play really bad, because we'll end up sacking the Raider and then losing the Sparksmith anyway. It might be better just to get rid of this Javelineer now. I'm willing to trade the Raider for it, so I'm going to attack first. And then I think we're going to bolt away the Javelineer. We're going to have a real hard time winning this. However, we do have things like Death Spark. We have Sparksmith online, and I think those will be good for us. And it's possible maybe he misses a land drop here and he doesn't have another play. That would be great. But this has just got to be the worst matchup, so things aren't going to go too hot. The Sparksmith will help a little bit here, but even, I mean, look at this. His first play was just abysmal for us, and this second play is pretty bad as well. The only saving grace is he might have the 4th Hawk in hand. Okay. So we could just try and bushwhacker him. Sparksmith's going to be very painful here. It's just going to start hitting us for a lot. The Hawks, I mean, we could just sit on the Sparksmith and try and kill everything he has. We're going to end up taking 6. We're never going to be able to fully clear the board. So if we bushwhacker here, he's going to block a Raider and take 4. Man, I mean, how do we win? Do we just try and sit on Sparksmith at this point? Then if he removes it, what can we do? If we go with the aggressive play, he can potentially have some life gain in his deck that might put a damper on that strategy, but I don't think they're going to have life gain in the main deck. So if we play the Sparksmith here, maybe we even attack. I think we may have to attack and play the Sparksmith and hope that he's low on lands, because we want to diminish his board enough for Sparksmith and Bushwhackers to take over. So we're going to go ahead and trade, even though it's not a good trade. It's, again, no matter what we do, it's kind of bad for us, but our plan is to get the Sparksmith to start getting us value. Okay, so he makes another Hawk. And if he doesn't have, oh, he does have another play. Ooh. Okay. So we untap. We have a Goblin Cohort. So do we want to start? I guess we want to start by taking out the Hawk, because if we try and take the Bodyguard out, he's just going to give the Hawk Pro red, and then we can't attack into it. He may do that anyway, but I mean, I think we just want to keep his board down from what I can tell. I'm not too sure. We're going to take 2. He didn't, I don't think he fetched up another Hawk, so I'm going to try this play and we'll see what he wants to do. We're doing this before we cast a Goblin so we don't take extra damage. And he just took it. So we could just Bushwhacker here, but we can do that next turn also. Do we want to attack? The Sledders... This Sledder might keep us safe from another Javelineer, but we can also just Sparksmith that. I think we're going to attack. Again, I'm just going to try and kill his board and let the Sparksmith give us the inevitability. He didn't appear to have a Journey last turn. So we'll just play Cohort and nothing else. And this is going... I don't know. He's going to play 2 Hawks. No, he's going to play Guardian. So that pretty much stopped everything. That stopped our whole plan. And I don't see us getting out of this. Good matchup, alright. So even just suiciding into his guy with Bushwhacker is probably not what we want to be doing. We draw Foundry Street Denizen. So I don't even know. I think we have to play it out and start building up a board that may end up killing him through the Guardian. I think that's going to be our plan. So we're not going to attack. We're just going to try and set up for a crazy Bushwhacker play and see how that goes. So there's a Squadron Hawk. I mean, he either has one more in hand or just not any in his deck. Okay, so there it is. So we can take both of those out. If we draw a land, double Bushwhacker gets him pretty low. Okay, we're going to take one out. We're going to go to 15. He's not going to have much attacking to do to stop us. All right, so this will be a 4-1. No, this will be way more than a 4-1. It gets 2-3 just by them resolving. Then it becomes 4-5. This will attack for 4. This will attack for 3 and 2. So we're looking at 2, 5, 9 getting through. And Foundry Street Denizen probably just getting killed. And he takes 9 and goes to 9. We lose 1 creature. I think that's probably good enough. The rest of his hand is probably... Well, he could have played a better 2-drop. So the rest of his hand might be another Guardian and a land or something like that. Or like a Prismatic Strands. I think we're going to go in on this. We're going to take another 3. Because the longer we wait, the lower our life total is going to get. We're going to lose a Foundry Street Denizen. But what can you do? We get him down to 9, so that's kind of good. It's not really great, but I don't see him not blocking the Denizen. Yep. All right. I mean, we could wait and try and draw more creatures, but again, I think trading 9 damage for 1 guy is probably where we want to be. We need to draw another guy to attack with that. Okay, Core Skyfish is going to bounce a land. We're going to go to 8, and things are going to get really... Okay, he's sitting on Prismatic Strands, I think. Oh boy. And we can't even attack... we can't even attack with the Cohort, so I don't think there's any... I mean, I guess maybe we do just have to run into Strands at this point. I'm not sure. We could draw a Matron, and that would be a big game for us as well. I think we're just going to pass because we can take out Skyfisher on his turn and any other creature he plays, and we'll get a better sense of, oh man, this Guardian's threatening to kill us in 2 swings here. Okay, so if he attacks... Oh, he just passes. So I'm going to try and shoot now. It's pretty clear he's got Strands. Yeah, we're going to just lose to Strands here, it appears. So I could attack with a Sparksmith as well, but I don't think I'm going to. We're just going to suicide a guy in here. I mean, one of our outs is another bushwhacker, but I think I I think it's probably not worth. Okay, so let's see if he attacks. Maybe he's just on air or some creatures he doesn't want to lose, but I'm pretty sure he's on strands. And he's debating he can put me on one turn here. If he's debating that, then I don't think he has strands in his hand. Or this is just a bluff. It's a fake debate. So he wants us to run into strands. But we have nothing we can do against Guardians. So it's not really like... And I'm not going to buy back the Death Spark because if we draw Goblin Matron, we want to hit Matron into Bushwhacker. I'm kind of surprised we even faced this deck, to be honest. We haven't seen mono white anywhere. So we're actually dead here. But I'm still just going to attack. Maybe he messes up. This is a two-man queue. We got 2 tickets on the line. It's high stakes, folks. So we'll just play it out. Another Bone Splitter, sure. Going to attack us. Dun dun dun. Okay, that's game. Good game. Alright, the sideboarding will be interesting here. I'm pretty sure we're going to take out Foundry Street Denizen, though we may not because our game plan may be just to be super aggressive. So I don't think we're the control deck in this matchup. I think we're the aggressor because our creatures are slightly smaller. He goes slightly bigger than us. And he tends to have a lower life total early and then stabilize later. So with that in mind, us as the more aggressive play or the more aggressive role, we want to kind of sideboard accordingly. However, if you just think about card on card, Foundry Street Denizen doesn't really match up well with anything in their deck. As we saw there, Squadron Hawks, Guardians, Skyfisher, everything just blocks with this, probably trades profitably, and Javelineers just kills it straight up. So that's not good. The 2 power and 2 toughness guys we want to keep, I believe, because they can at least fight his 1/1s. I think the Death Sparks and Bolts, all the removal and stuff is going to be good for us. Goblin Matron, I think, is one of our better cards because it does get us some sort of card advantage, and their deck produces a bit of card advantage. And I like the Sledders for helping us beat his guys in combat. Oh, we are playing all 4 of each. Beat his guys in combat and beat his Javelineers and stuff. So there's tough cut decision, but I think we are going to cut the Foundry Street Denizen. I'm not 100% on that. I would like to bring in Flaring Pain to counteract the Prismatic Strands, which will be pretty much absolutely brutal against us. I think we may want to bring in Smash to Smithereens. We didn't see Razor Golem there, but if he's playing at least one other artifact, I think Smash to Smithereens is probably a good choice. Maybe we'll just bring in one. I think they'll board out of Bone Splitter, though, so that's something to consider. However, I think Razor Golem is going to be pretty tough. There's something to be said about Martyr of Ashes, but as you saw in that game, most of his creatures were actually flying. At least half of them were flying. And we don't want to wrath our own board either. We're not the control deck, in my opinion. Lifestaff is interesting because it allows some of our guys to trade. So I'm interested in maybe playing this. I don't think we're racing hardcore, but maybe it's just better to play a couple Denizens on the play. This is really close. We have 12 seconds left. So I'm gonna have a couple Denizens on the play, and we'll submit like this. We're gonna play first, and this is a very controlling hand, but I think it's actually okay. The Sparksmith was an all-star for us that game. the first game. Not, I mean, considering if you can even have an all-star in a game that you lose, but it was the only thing that really kept us in the game. We'll start with a creature. Now, we could just try and play around Holy Light all game, but I don't think that's where we want to be. So we're just going to curve out here, I guess. We can save the Sparksmith from a Holy Light. And we've got our Flaring Pain here. Not the best in your opening hand, but at least we're seeing it. There's a Loyal Cathar, which I think we're just going to shoot down and attack through. And I don't know if we want 2 Sparksmiths, but probably we do. Yeah, we'll just shoot this guy down. And we have a Death Spark in case one of our guys somehow just randomly dies. Okay. So I think one of these Sparksmiths will be on attacking duty. One will be on blocking duty. Or not blocking, but shooting duty. So he's definitely attacking us. And I think we just take it here. I guess that was a stupid statement. Of course we're going to take it. I mean, we could Death Spark it, but that's pretty much the only other alternative. He's got a second Cathar, so he's racing us pretty well here. If we use this Death Spark, we may not get it back. We're going to take 3. And then... yeah, so let's see. If he just ends the turn, we're going to use our mana up and Death Spark this. So it turns out, ooh, Bushwhacker hits him for 6. But if we wait, we can hit him for much more by Sparksmithing on his end step. So I think we're just going to get in for 1 here and Sparksmith his other guy. And then we get in for that much more and we have a bolt. Alright, we're going to 13. He's going to 17. And then we're going to 11. This is going to be very narrow. Man, Flaring Pain costs 2. Okay. So we're not going to Sparksmith that, but we are going to Sparksmith whatever creature he follows up with. Which is going to take us pretty low, but if we can just wipe his board. If he just lands Guardian, then it's pretty much going to be donezo for us. Actually, can't be prevented would kill his Guardian if our guy's big enough. Could be serrated arrows. Okay, so we can actually kill this. It's going to be very costly, but we can do it. So do we just kill the Cathar or not? No, we need to draw a land to make that work, and we need to sack a guy. So it's going to be pretty rough for us. I'm just wondering, do I shoot the Unhallowed Cathar here? No, because we're getting Death Spark back. It's going to attack us for... okay, land. Man, it's pretty crappy. You know it's a bad matchup when our best play is going to involve us 2-for-1ing just to get rid of his one guy. Okay, he's got us stopped on our upkeep. I'm going to check my time or my connection. My connection is fine. We do want to watch the time now. So the hope is that we draw a land so that we can attack into the Guardian, so that we can Bushwhacker, attack into the Guardian. He's going to block a Sparksmith, and we'll throw one of the other guys into it and cast Flaring Pain. Or, I'm actually not sure. Do we just go to the face? Do we just attack him and just make him take 7, which puts him to 10? The bolt puts him to 4 or to 7. Oh boy. We get the Death Spark back. I think we're going to try and go deep and kill the Guardian, and then just try and kill the rest of his board. So what if we just send... If we send everybody, what happens? Again, he takes only 4, but he loses the Guardian. Yeah, this will work. This will work. I've never done it in practice, but I think it'll work. So do we want to do this play? You know what? What the hell? Let's do it. Let's see what happens. This will be interesting. Raw. So you have to sack the creature first so that we get the Death Spark back. Okay. So I'm going to sack the Bushwhacker. This is very interesting. Yeah! Bet you guys haven't seen that before. That's really interesting. It'll be funny if he just plays another one. I didn't want to mention that, but that will really be funny / tragic. Yep, he's just got another one. Oh, 3 mana. What's he got for 3 mana? Okay. Well, that's not so bad. We do have Death Sparks here. We have Sparksmiths to put our life total super low. I mean, I just don't think we've got the tools to beat this matchup. I've played the other side of this matchup a lot, and I felt extremely comfortable pretty much at all points in time. And I don't, honestly, from the Goblin side, I have no idea how to play this because it seems really difficult. That Guardian is just a pain. I said that Guardian is just a pain. Alright, never mind. So what is he doing? He doesn't know how to play. He's just tapping. Oh! Sad face. Sad face. Okay. Well, that's going to be tough. Hang on a second, guys. Okay, I am back, and we are going to definitely get this Death Spark going. So we'll pick this up, and I think we're just going to play out the conscripts, though we probably should just Death Spark now. That would be my guess. Yeah, I mean, again, I think I mentioned that if we just play around Holy Light all game, we can't possibly win. I may have meant, I don't know if that's probably hyperbolic to say, but we just have to kind of walk into it, and look how bad Holy Light was for us. Just, he set it up by blocking the Sledder, and then was just able to get a bunch of dudes. Alright, so he's got 3 Hawks in the air, but there's a possibility that we can ping those down with another Death Spark. However, we just whiff. I'm not sure if we need to hold the land or play it, because if we draw a 6th land, yeah, I guess we can just play the land. He's got 1 more card, but he's gonna be up to 2 cards. He's got no Hawks in hand. I think he may start attacking us. Okay, that sucks. We're going to 6. I'm not gonna bin the Spark just yet. I may have to do it next turn. Okay. There's a guy, and that actually triggers the Spark. So I think we're going to end up having to bolt 1 after we sack the Raider to deal 3 damage. Because I want to get the Death Spark back to get rid of his Hawks. Because being at 6 life right now is just, we're not going to be able to win after 2 swings of this. So we are going to sack the Raider. But things are looking extremely dire for us right now. He just had the perfect deck for our to thwart our plans here. So we're going to spend a Lightning Bolt on a Squadron Hawk. That's just textbook value. That's exactly what we want to be doing. Get him! And obviously we still have the Flaring Pain here. I don't know what that was. That was maybe a Strands, or he's just really quickly moving through his... Okay. Well, we're definitely paying for this. And what do we draw? That's not bad. We can at least block the Javelineer, but he can also shoot us, which kind of sucks. So let's attack. I mean, we're not in horrible shape. We're very close to 0. And we can let the War Marshal get sacrificed, which will keep the Death Spark rolling. So we actually have dealt with his Hawks. We had 2 draws in a row that allow this Death Spark to get value, and we can still pay for this. Always keeping that in mind. So, yep, ping. Oh, he's gonna Strands. So the way I think this works is that even if he flashes Strands back, it's not going to prevent the damage, because damage can't be prevented this turn. So even if it resolves and he says prevent damage, we can play the Flaring Pain. I don't know if that's... I don't know 100%, but the safest thing is probably just to flashback Flaring Pain and see what happens. I mean, it's not a good thing for us because, yeah, we're probably just done. Another Holy Light. But that's... Oh, unmake. Okay. Well, now we're probably done. 2. Okay, we have some time, but... So we'll just play this and attack. I mean, he's pretty much just going to get there with the Hawk and having the flaring or the Strands still in hand, still in the graveyard. The game in life total terms is kind of close, but it's otherwise not very close at all. And we didn't draw Denizens. I'm trying to think, would they have been good at any point? It doesn't look like they would have been that good. They don't match up well against any of these creatures. But, I mean, okay, he might block. That would be fantastic. Please block. That gives me a full extra turn to deal with the Squadron Hawk. I want you to block. I guess he's wondering what might kill him at this point. But Prismatic Strands pretty much keeps him safe against anything. Alright, I'm going to F6. Because we are looking at our clock and it is dwindling. Oh, he's going to Strands here. Okay. So doesn't that actually put him just almost dead to a Bushwhacker? I think it does put him dead to a Bushwhacker. Alright, I am going to 2. I'm going to let the War Marshal I don't think it's going to matter because... Okay, well, maybe we don't... Yeah, we definitely don't pay the echo costs because we could get Matron Bushwhacker here. And this also maybe keeps us alive if he forgets about that. We draw a mountain, so I don't think we're going to survive. But we'll see what happens. We'll hold it. He's going to be pretty confident. Oh! What? Did he just punt? Oh, here we go. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we're pretty much dead. I mean, we are dead if he just attacks again. Well, GG's. It's good to see Mono White come back to just own in a Pauper 2-man. But I wasn't expecting to see it. To our detriment, it did show up. And that could be because Goblins has become popular. So it was a good call on this guy's part. Worked out for him. I'm definitely a fan of this deck, as many of you probably know. So thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you guys very soon.